What is interdisciplinary studies and is it a good fit? Well, first, let's look at the word interdisciplinary and what it means. The prefix inter means between, and discipline is a branch of knowledge. So interdisciplinary means relating to more than one branch of knowledge. You will work with an academic advisor to create your own major based on your goals and interests. We expect you to have some areas and minors selected prior to your advising appointment. Once you finalize your selection, we can create an outline of your remaining requirements to graduate. This major is not for folks who are undecided, undeclared. We need to know the area and minor combination before we can advise you. So if you need to take some time to do that, we highly recommend that you do so. This major does not focus on one field or a lot of the same classes. If that's something that you're looking for, you should consider a different major. You may need to articulate your major to others. If you told someone that you majored in English, psychology, or engineering, they have a general idea of what that means. However, interdisciplinary studies is broad and fuzzy to most folks. So you may need an elevator pitch. For instance, I want to pursue a career as an event coordinator, so I built a customizable major in interdisciplinary studies. My minor is in event management. I have an area in behavioral and social sciences, and an area in communication. Do your research and check job listings. You'd be surprised how many jobs are looking for a bachelor's degree preferred, or a bachelor's degree in blank or a related field. With those related fields, we can again help you build your own customizable program. In many cases, work experience can trump a specific major and/or degree type. UCF's General Education Program, or GEP, is required for all students. It is only waived if students have an AA degree posted on an official transcript from a Florida public community college, state college, or university. For both interdisciplinary studies tracks and integrative general studies, there are no specific courses required for the GEP except for English Composition 1 and English Composition 2. These are prerequisites for the classes required for the majors. In addition to the GEP, students must also complete State Core, Civic Literacy, Gordon Rule Writing, Gordon Rule Math, and the high school foreign language admission requirement. Detailed information about the GEP, State Core, and these other requirements can be found in the undergraduate catalog. If you still need to complete the general education program, recommendations will be provided once you meet with an academic advisor. Some factors that we may consider are the required areas and minor for the interdisciplinary studies degree, the courses you'd like to take for the diversity studies leadership track, and the courses you'd like to take for integrative general studies. So as I mentioned, interdisciplinary means relating to more than one branch of knowledge. The interdisciplinary studies major is made up of 3 branches of knowledge in the form of a required minor and 2 areas of study. The minor and areas cannot be in related disciplines. Students have to take 2 required classes, Cornerstone Experience and Capstone Experience, for this major. Students have to pick 2 interdisciplinary studies areas from a list of 13 and satisfy the exit requirements. 15 out of the 30 credit hours must be earned at UCF, and 15 out of the 30 credit hours must be upper level. So after the prefix, the first number must start with either a 3 or a 4. The credit hours for minors will vary. At minimum, a minor is 18 credit hours. Some minors have prerequisites. So at face value, the undergraduate catalog will state that a minor is 18 credit hours. However, if you factor in the prerequisites, the minor can increase from 18 credits to 21 credits to 24 credit hours. Your degree type is going to be based on your 2 areas and minor. By degree type, I mean graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies or a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies. So all students with a BA degree type, regardless of the name of the major, must satisfy college-level foreign language. Lastly, if you need electives to satisfy university graduation requirements, we will definitely go ahead and provide that information to you. Up next, I'm going into greater detail about the interdisciplinary studies areas and minors. I'll go ahead and explain how you can determine your degree type, meaning do you graduate with a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies or a Bachelor of Science? Please keep in mind that minors can have admission and prerequisite requirements. That information will be in the undergraduate catalog. If you aren't meeting the admission or prerequisites for a particular minor, you might not be able to declare it until those requirements have been satisfied. Starting with arts and ending in public affairs, all the areas of study are in bold font. So you are required to select 2 areas of study. In italicized font, those are all the minors that are options. So we have minors that are related to the areas, in addition to interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary minors at the bottom. So interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary minors can be paired with any 2 areas of study, except you cannot have courses that share. So if there's a course required for the minor and it also shows up as an option for one of your areas of study, it's going to have to be used in the minor. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And I have the arts area, behavioral social sciences area, and the commerce area. You'll notice next to the areas of study, we have either BA or BS, and that's going to factor into your degree type. So you graduate with a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies or a Bachelor of Science. So if you have two areas of study that are BA, you're going to get a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. If two areas are labeled BS, you're going to get a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies. Now, if you choose one of each, the minor is the tiebreaker, and the minor is associated with the area. So if you pick the arts area and commerce area, if you went ahead and selected political science as your minor, you would have a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. And then lastly, let's talk about the overlap or non-overlap policy. You cannot have a minor that is related to the area. You cannot have an area that's related to the minor. So if you wanted to have behavioral and social sciences as one of your areas of study, all the minors listed underneath it are off limits. So you could have the behavioral and social sciences area or go with a political science minor, but you are not permitted to have both. For any student who has a Bachelor of Arts degree type, regardless of major, they must have proficiency through the second semester of college level foreign language or American Sign Language. College level foreign language would be language taught at a state college, community college, or university. This requirement can also be satisfied with an appropriate score on accelerated test credit opportunities, dual enrollment coursework, a CLEP exam, or FLATS exam. High school foreign language is an admission requirement to the university and cannot substitute for the college level foreign language graduation requirement. In the event you are admitted without this requirement, it must be satisfied prior to graduation, regardless of your degree type. Students with the BS degree type for interdisciplinary studies must take at least one semester of college level foreign language or an approved multicultural course substitution. A full list of courses can be found in our official advising handout or in the MyNight audit. So some final thoughts and talking points about the minors. Going back to the interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary minors, you might have noticed that some of the minors have BA and BS next to them. And that's because you get to choose whether or not that minor is a BA or BS. So if you already have one area of study that is considered a BS, then go ahead and pick a minor that's a BS, and then you don't have to do college level foreign language. If you're bilingual or you want to take the language courses, then go ahead and pick something that's a BA. So lastly, I just wanted to recap minors. Go to the undergraduate catalog and you will find a list of all the minors offered at UCF. When you look at the individual minors, it'll tell you the college that it belongs to, the department that it might belong to, and the contact information. So if the minor is not within the College of Undergraduate Studies, you need to reach out to the college or department that is listed in the catalog. Minors can have admission requirements, so they can be looking for a specific GPA, completion of the general education program, or certain coursework with specific grades. I'm going to provide some examples up on the screen. Marketing has an admission requirement. Education has an admission requirement. Global sociology requires mandatory study abroad. So if you're unable to study abroad, that's not going to be a really good fit for you. There's a minor called Aging Studies that has a mandatory internship. So if you're working full-time, if you don't have a lot of flexibility, these are some of the things that you should take into consideration when picking a minor. Once you meet with an academic advisor, we'll check to see if you meet the admission requirements for a minor. If not, we might have to retool your area and minor combination, or you might have to update your program plan in a few semesters once the admission requirements have been met. Here is an example of what an advisor can help you build with the interdisciplinary studies major. Let's pretend that you were admitted under the environmental studies major, but know that you're not strong in college algebra, statistics, and chemistry, all courses required for the major. We can build an interdisciplinary studies program that incorporates a lot of the required courses for environmental studies and electives for both tracks. With this example, chemistry is no longer needed in addition to college algebra and statistics. You can pick and choose the courses of interest for your areas of study and minor related to sustainability, the environment, and more. In addition, with advisor approval, an internship can be done for elective credit and count for our minors or the areas of study. So let's just say Nancy comes through orientation and she wants to have a career in social media marketing or something within communications. So with this particular combination, Nancy will have a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. After our conversation, I learned that Nancy is fluent in French, so I advised her to take the FLATS exam, and this exam will satisfy the language requirement so she doesn't have to take it at the college level. So we can build a program that incorporates a minor in mass media, which is mass communication, an area of study in behavioral and social sciences, which has classes ranging from anthropology, psychology, sociology, and political science. And then she's going to do an area in commerce where she can specifically focus on hospitality classes. And we can also build in an improved internship so she can get some experience prior to graduation. This example would work for a campus-based student. It would also work for a student who needs to complete their major 100% online.